So you've not got the best relationship with Capello, is that?
No, so he got off to a bad start because he banned ketchup, yeah. He genuinely did. He used to ban butter and ketchup. It was incredible, like, wow. So, like, imagine going out for a brecco, you got toast and there's no butter to put on it or anything.
Oh, God, dry toast.
But that was the way that he was. He kind of, he limited all that kind of stuff. He was a very sort of, he ruled with kind of an iron fist kind of thing. And it's cool. I understand what he's doing. Like, you come across managers like that. I think in the modern game, it doesn't really work so well, though, especially nowadays. Who was
the manager before him? Was it not McLaren? Was he after?
Might have been McLaren, yeah.
And were you in the setup then?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
So you've very much seen the
yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, McLaren, top bloke, honestly, lovely bloke, wicked manager, wicked guy. And then obviously Capello comes in, and it's very much of a change of everything kind of thing. So we'd come down for dinner at night, and we'd all have to be sat there at 7:30. You couldn't start eating before 7:30, so you all had to sit there waiting. It was literally the captain would be waiting until 7:30, boom. Everybody would go start eat, and then nobody was allowed to leave until everybody had finished eating kind of thing. And there were a couple of times where, like, because I was fairly youngish, whatever kind of thing. And there was one time actually, it was brilliant, right? So for me at that time, to be the last one like standing kind of thing, still eating my dinner, everybody looking at me, mate, I would have melted, yeah. It would have been horrible. Like, I'd have been, oh my God, just get it done. I don't even want that anyway, it's fine. But I remember once I was still eating and I had Bex opposite me, literally right where you are. And the botheredness of him just eating his food, like looking around going, "You all right, lads?" Like, he didn't care, he was led, like he was David Beckham, he didn't care. But everybody was still looking at me going, "Fozzie, hurry up," like kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, so to the main story part thing was, we had just had my little girl Olivia case. So Olivia had been born, so she was probably only 11 and a half months old. My wife was heavily pregnant with our second child, Louis, and I was away on international duty. We were down in London, and she was, like I say, she was ready to pop. She was literally good to go kind of thing. And one morning she rung me and she was like, "Ben, I think I'm good to go kind of thing. I feel a bit." I was like, "Right, cool, I'll head up now kind of thing. I'll head up now." And she was like, no, like chill, train, and then come up straight away after that. I was like, "No chance, like I'm going," kind of thing. So anyway, I got this. I had to go to speak to the manager and say, like, "Listen, I think my wife's going into labour." And even then, he was like, I remember saying it to him. And if somebody came to you and said, "My wife's gone into labour," you go, sweet. Go.
Yeah.
And straight away, he kind of just went, "Well, we've got training in." And like training in an hour. He went, "We've got training in an hour," and I was like, right, my wife's.
That's
like,
irrelevant.
Yeah. So eventually, anyway, he was like, "All right, yeah, fine, go." He was like, "Go," kind of thing. I was like, "Oh, for God's sake." Anyway,
did you know in that moment that you'd pissed him off? Not that you'd done anything, but
I was kind of, that was a bit of a spark of it though. It made me kind of get my back up and go, well, you know, kind of that'll do for me, kind of thing. So anyway, they've got me a driver to drive me up. And anyway,
so where are you training at the moment?
The Grove in London. We're training at Arsenal's training ground,
right?
So it's like 15-20 minutes away.
Yeah.
And I've got a driver to take me up, sort of thing, but he's a professional driver, so we can only drive within the speed limit, 70 mile an hour, right? So we got about 20 minutes up the road on the M1, right? And I'm like, "Mate, like, come on, my wife's in labour," kind of. He was like, I can't. So he's got this old Jag, right? It was an old school Jaguar. I'm like, "Do you mind if I drive? Like, is this okay?" And he was like, "It's fine. Yeah, it's fine." So, mate, I'm zinging, right? And it's so funny because once we got off the motorway, he was a bit nervous while we were on the motorway. But once we got off the motorway, I have to go through these like little like windy roads and stuff. And he was out the window. He was having this because I'm like skirting around until I know.
What a story he must have now.
Yeah, it's class. He's wicked. So anyway, I get to the hospital. I'd missed the birth by 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. It wasn't a problem. It wasn't the end of the world because my mate was there actually. And it was funny because he cut the cord. Like, literally my best mate from school.
Oh wow!
And also, he cut the cord. Like, he still jokes with my missus now. Like, "I've seen you naked. Don't worry about it." All that. It's absolutely fine. So I'm buzzing that he was there anyway. So it was fine. I walk in the room, he's on the gas and air, like my wife's like holding the baby and stuff, but it was golden. And then a couple of hours later, I got the phone call from England to see like how it's going and all that kind of stuff. And it's the secretary, and she's a lovely lady, Michelle. Yeah, she's honestly top woman. And she went, "Hi Ben," and everything. I was like, "Yeah, fine." And she went, "Right, what are you going to do?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She went, "Well, the manager wants you to come back to the team tonight." And I was like, "We've only got, it's the last game tomorrow. It was a friendly the next day. We've got that game tomorrow, and then the international break's over and we're back to our teams." And I went, "He wants me to come back?" And he went, "Yeah, he wants you to play the second half of the game tomorrow." And I went, "Oh God." And I was like, obviously I've just had a baby. Went up to my wife and I was like, "Listen, like they've said that I'll play. It's another cap. Do you know what I mean?" And she was like, "No, it's fine. I'm staying in overnight anyway. It's not a problem." So I was like, "All right, cool." So anyway, went back down, got back with the team kind of thing, went to the game the next day at Wembley. The first half had just finished playing.
Who are you playing against?
I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. It was friendly. It was like, honestly, it was nothing. It was nothing of nothing, honestly.
Do you still, you get caps for friendlies as well?
Yeah, you get a cap for friendly. I know, wasting it.
Well, all 8 of yours is friendly.
Yeah, pretty much. They wouldn't trust me with like the proper one. So anyway, like the first half had finished and I'm thinking, boom, right, come on and get yourself ready and something. So I'm sort of getting ready. Nobody said anything to me, looked at me or anything. I'm thinking, it's a bit weird, like. You know what I mean? So anyway, second half
the staff or the other players?
The staff, because the staff would have known. If they're making subs at half-time, every staff member will know who's coming on at half-time.
Right.
I think. So they'll be like, right, get ready then, get on the pitch, start doing a bit of hands with the goalie coach and all that kind of stuff. Nobody had said anything. I was like, So anyway, the game kicks off again in the second half, and I'm thinking, he's going to just bring me on for the last 10, 15 minutes. Nothing. Didn't get 1 minute of football, right? So he pulled me back from that. And straight away, that was it. I was like, whoa, done. Like, and he didn't acknowledge anything. He didn't say anything. He didn't say, sorry, I couldn't bring you on. He didn't say, congratulations for your birth. Didn't acknowledge anything. At that point, I was like, well, I've just got a baby. I've got 2 kids under the age of 1. That'll do for me. I'm not coming to play for you. It's nothing to do with England's like the proudest moment or whatever. But the manager ruined it completely for me. So I said, no, I ain't doing it. I ain't coming back again.
For me, my pinnacle was getting in the Premier League. That's what I always wanted to do as a kid. Play as top flight as I can against the world's best. Achieve that, then all of a sudden I got the England call up, which my ass was a nut ass for 2 weeks.
And what was
it? I'm still celebrating it.
what was your sort of communication with Fabio Capello like?
Not great. He didn't speak a word of English really, which was I don't think he knew my name.
Seriously?
Not really, no. But it's just a bit standoff. When you've got a foreign manager, it's quite difficult. Especially one that can't speak a great deal of English. That's no disrespect to the man, because obviously he's a great manager and a great man, really. But, it's just, I find it quite difficult. And it may be where I was new as well. And I was a little bit, wow, what's happening here? It was a little bit shell-shocked, if you want. Not when I was on the football pitch, I mean, just around the place. And, I didn't really chat to him a great deal, Ben, I've got to be honest, didn't I? Hi, Fabs, how you doing? All right? On your way? Certainly. Played football, picked me, didn't play me, though.
No.
So I was a bit gutted. But I had a great time and learnt a great deal, and as I said, playing with the world's best and watching. I made the bench a couple of times, which was, for me, was enough, and I kept giving him the eye. And he said to me afterwards, he actually pulled me and he goes, Jim, I'm so, in his sort of accent, I'm so sorry I didn't play. I didn't know it was your debut. And I was like, no. You're going to pick me again for the next match. And didn't get called.
He really didn't, so he didn't know, so you didn't play?
No, he didn't know till after the game. It was against the Germans and my nan was German. So
you've got the German watch?
I've got so I'm sort of quarter German, I've got family's German, so it'd been lovely to go and play.
But he didn't play?
He didn't play me, no, gutted.
With England, Sven was always, as you can see, was so relaxed about what we did. He was comfortable treating us as adults, which we weren't. So he got that wrong, really. And then obviously they went completely the opposite way with Capello. Some of the rules, like I did get it. I mean, the butter one was I didn't get. We weren't allowed butter. That was a bit strange. Well, yeah, like I don't really know what we were getting out of it. I have butter at home, but I go away with England for 3 days, 3 to 10 days, and I'm not allowed it, or ketchup, or
why? What's the theory?
I think he's an absolute legend of a manager, Capello, like amazing. But I think when he realised sort of there was a few little things that we didn't enjoy, things like that. I just felt was slightly ridiculous. And then when the World Cup wasn't going to plan, he sort of tried to introduce things like back in because he knew we weren't happy.
Crouchy, are you telling me that the national team would celebrate and be motivated by enjoying a bottle of ketchup?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, it's little things like that that just wind you up. It's like, what is the point of that? It's not achieving anything. Like,
was anyone tempted to smuggle in some contraband? Was there like illicit drop-offs of ketchup?
I couldn't possibly comment on that.
So there was.
Would it really piss him off if you decided to do a full-on TV advert for, like, I can't believe it's not butter or something?
No, because that'd be fine because it's not butter.
Oh, yeah, good point.
How did you find working with Capello? I actually enjoyed it because I'd
there was
gone
a
from...
wry smile on your face. I could see something was brewing.
Do you know what it is? Because I'd come from I was like 97 or something, like 95 I made my debut. So because I'd come through different eras of coaching,
you've seen a lot of different style of coaching.
Evolution of manager.
Didn't really bother me, and he was an aggressive man.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was
strict.
Strict. Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to Crouchy about a few bits, and he was like, "Cool, blimey!" When his face changed, he was. What was that? Because I feel like the tournaments that I've been lucky enough to go to, just as doing Lions Den and whatever it may be, like there's a lot of freedom. You know, they allow players to be themselves, do what they want to do, really to a point. But that wasn't the case with Capello.
No, I don't think so. No, it wasn't. Again, look, he had a certain way of doing things, and it was like that. There was an incident when I can't remember where we flew, but we flew into somewhere, and it was just a long day. And what we usually do is we put our bags down in our rooms, and then we come back down for dinner, and then we have dinner together. And there's rules that you're not having your phone at dinner and blah blah blah. But this time we literally travelled so long, we just said, we're not going to our rooms, we're just going to put our bags down and we go straight in. Yeah. And I'm on my phone in the dining room, and he just, and the things that they have the food in,
like the metal trays, yeah.
He just flipped a couple of those over.
Because you were on your phone?
Yeah. But the fascinating thing is, so the tables are just long tables, aren't they? Yeah. So I'm sat there like that. And we're all sat there and we've all got the phones on, but he spotted me. And then
slowly,
you just one meal and blah blah. I said, okay, cool, put it away. J-Mo's like, what happened? He's still on his phone. I said, put that away, mate. Put it away.
You've been part of England. You said at times it got really bad. Tell me. You don't need to name names. But
Gabby's talked about it on Talk Sport. Gerrard's talked about it. Lampard, Rio, the cliques within the squad because of that rivalry within the Premier League, and the England manager couldn't change that. Whether it was Sven, whether it was Capello, couldn't change it. I was there under Capello. Capello basically wanted us to be Italian, but we're English. Everything that he changed felt very Italian. What
did he want you to do?
When we got there at the end of the season, so the season just finished, Champions League finals just finished, Chelsea v Manchester United in Moscow. Then they come to the group. End of the season, he runs us for the first 2 days. That's what he wants. He runs us hard at the end of the season in the first 2 days. That's what he wants from us. He wants us fitter. He wants the group to be stronger.
And you're a match fit.
That is very much an Italian way in terms of working hard, running a lot. Yeah. Having heard people that have been over to Italy talk about that. The diet totally changed. Everything out of the cantina totally changed. You're talking, people. David James was 39 years old and being told exactly what he can and can't eat down to the tiniest detail. Now, people might say, well, you're a professional, you're playing for England, you do whatever you're told. But he tried to change so much that he alienated himself from everyone. He just annoyed everyone with what he was trying to do.
He didn't bring people with him. Yeah.
Wanting players to lose weight, to be, to be more cut, to be fitter. These things that take time, he wanted implementing straight away. So that's where we were at in the squad, it felt like anyway, compared to now when Southgate's got a very different
people
group of players and a different style.
As the reasons why you don't go to a foreign manager.
Did you ever sneak in food?
But
I'll give you one story. When you was the manager, I remember the lads like, we're not eating. The food is terrible. Blah, blah. And I think me and Stevie might have come to you and said, can we maybe get some different food? And the doctor said no. You said no. Franco said no. And in the end, after one of the games, we got McDonald's to come. They come round the side, the hotel. They bring the McDonald's in the room, and we're all sitting there like scavenging, eating at McDonald's. And then we come out.
Who is it? You?
Me, John Terry, Ashley Cole, Stevie, Cara,
all the
Lampard,
big boys.
The whole squad. No one was left out. Everyone was eating McDonald's.
No. Did you know that?
When we play in Trinidad and Tobago, Tobago, And at the return by plane, John Terry came to me and he said, "Boss, we can drink one beer." Oh, okay, yes, one beer. Yes, it's only for the aperitif.
No, it was different, man. So, but you know the good thing about it, you knew where you stood.
Right.
Like there was no grey areas. It was black and white. You can do this or you can't do this. I remember no phones around the dinner table, and Emil Heskey had his phone out on the table. I think it was texting someone.
Yeah.
He'd finished his food. The manager went crazy. You know the buffet, the lids.
Yeah.
He picked them up like tambourines and went bang. And went, what are you doing? No, respect.
Respect. For me, respect is very important. After I learned from my old manager, when I was a player, he said always, "You training like you play. No, it's possible to training slow and play fast."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.